turn my space heater off, and now we're gonna wait for a couple people to pop on. I'll give it a couple minutes to upload. I'm gonna adjust my camera. Hi everybody, starting to hop on. Yay, we have a few people. Sarah, Tina, yay. So while we're waiting for people to, hi Jody, Glory, hi. I haven't seen Glory in a million years. Sarah, we were together at the Raw Food Institute in January, before everything got shut down. Hi, Corey. Corey, I believe, is coming in from Florida. And Sarah's coming in from Martha's Vineyard. And some of these people I know. Hi, Misty. Hi, Gina. Hi, Maurice, coming in from the Netherlands. I wonder what time it is there. I bet it's evening. Hi, Gina. Hi, Misty. Hi, Jody. Happy Monday. Some of you, I'm coming from my basement today because we're doing renovations. And so what you saw yesterday on my videos, you saw a food processor right in front of the electrical outlets with wires like this. Hey guys, Mom's live. And so anyway, the basement is renovated, but they're here to knock out tile. And Randall, I remember you, Randall. Yeah, she came through the Raw Food Institute 2015, 2016. Hi, Chelsea. So anyway, they're doing drywall and knocking out tile and stuff upstairs, so it's pretty noisy. So I found the only space in the house that I possibly could. Chelsea made it in from Pratt and Whitney. Got you live today. I know, Glory, Silver Spring, Maryland. So yeah, put in the chat as we're waiting for people to hop on. We'll get started in just a minute. Have you had a chance to watch the green juice videos? They were released this morning. Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Randall. The main question, listen, I've been teaching green juice therapy because it is therapy for, I don't know how many years. I think since like 12 years. And when I used to teach these at National Integrative Health Associates in Washington, D.C., and I taught them around the country, frankly. I've taught them in L.A. and Sedona and different places. I would go to big events, D.C. areas, of course. And sometimes we would have, I remember when I would start 10, 12 years ago when I was teaching green juice therapy at NIA, I'd have to do 3 events in a day. We were doing them live. And, Tennessee, Randy from Tennessee. Hi, Randy. We used to we could get 90 people into the lab at National Integrative Health Associates. And thanks, Robin. Hi, Kelly. And it was standing room only sometimes when I would teach green juice therapy. It is a therapy. This is literally changing you on a cellular level. When people get sick, right? They get a diagnosis. The first thing you do is don't freak out. You get your juice machine out and you start juicing. So in those videos, hopefully you looked at the difference. Hi, Kathy from Florida. Nice to see you. The difference between a juicer and a blender, both are super important, as you can see in a natural kitchen. Hey, Rachel. Rachel coming in from the Bahamas. So today what I did is not a lot of you, but there were some comments, some really good questions. And so I put them in my email. I'm going to open those up and I'm going to talk about them. And I want to talk about how we can now enhance the green juice, because remember how plants work synergistically. They work synergistically together. So when you eat your salads and then you couple it with your supplements and your green juice, the effects of the plants just enhance the effect of the next plant. So let's talk levels. So some of you, I do want to mention this. I really, really need to say this. Some of you are new, and that's amazing. And some of you are in the butterfly category. So you're either working with lemon, lavender, and peppermint, because we said you could come into this and just do 3 oils. We have a little oil trio, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And some of you are just observing. A lot of you, I noticed when you're filling out your applications, you didn't have oils. And that's awesome. So here's, but you now are messaging me, asking me how to get oils. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. Today is November 30th, and it's the last day of the month. And tomorrow marks the first day of December. doTERRA historically, and I can't promise you that it's coming. I can't. But historically, every year for 6 years that I've been involved in doTERRA, they run this special in December. And when you place an order, whether you're a new customer or an existing customer, for 200 points, not every oil, so this is an $11 bottle of lemon, that's also 11 points. Not every product, for example, vitamins, costs more dollars than points, right? Dollars don't equal points. I'm just telling you this because it's your points that they go off of. 200 points. When you buy at least $200 or points worth of oils, they actually gift you a free frankincense. Now, that's an amazing gift, and it's because we're in the month of December. So for those of you who have been asking me, I'm going to go through how to actually buy oils tomorrow. I was going to wait till the last day of this, but so many people are asking. I know once you get turned on to oils, you're like, I want my oils. So if you can hang in there, I know Randall, you ordered some yesterday. I noticed that. And if you can hang in there for one more day, I will tell you tomorrow how you can buy oils, because if you buy the small kit, you're fine, meaning you wouldn't get the free frankincense anyway, but any of those kits above the smallest one, you'll get a free frankincense, and you want free frankincense. It's about, I think, $80, $85, I think, is the retail value. So, hi Beth, my friend Beth is watching. So you want that frankincense. So I'm gonna go through that tomorrow, okay? Cool. All right, Jennifer says frankincense is one of her favorites. Absolutely, you guys. I told you in one of the videos that you haven't seen yet about tangerine, the power of tangerine essential oil. I was working at National Integrative Health Associates with a lot of people who had a lot of health challenges, including cancer. And when I started learning about the benefits of some of these plants, the resin, the frankincense plants, it blew me away. So I'm going to do another video later in the week. I'm going to really talk to you peacocks out there who've committed, who have a kit about those top 10 oils. I'm going to go through all those so that you understand this plant medicine that you have in your apothecary. Okay? All right. What are we going to, all right, so let's talk about how we're going to up-level the green juice. And then we're going to get into some questions. Okay? Here is a glass of green juice. So let's talk new people. If you don't have any oils, just drink your green juice, right? Some of you live close to a juice bar or a Whole Foods, and you have access to fresh green juice. I would have to drive about, there's a juice bar probably about 20 minutes from my house. Whole Foods is about 30 minutes. So that's not happening every day. Definitely not something I can walk out of my apartment building, for those of you in New York City, and go get a fresh green juice. So therefore I'm making it. So you, again, new people who have ordered some oils or have some oils, then you're going to do a drop of, we're going to talk now about upgrading it, a drop of lemon. Okay, so we'll talk about two different ways to get oils in internally. You can drop it right in your water. So let's talk about a way to wake up in the morning. A very Ayurvedic way to wake up in the morning is to take some warm water, squeeze some fresh lemon, add a drop of lemon essential oil. What's the difference? Squeeze of lemon is the juice, the internal part, the juice from the meat of the plant. And again, what we said yesterday, what protects the plant protects us. So now we have the skin and the pith, and those have wildly different protective properties than the juice. So one drop of lemon into your water is going to elevate your juice. You can do a dash of cayenne pepper. You can do a pinch of sea salt. All of this, because it's warm, it's going to open up your cells, and then the lemon and the cayenne and the salt rush in and they cleanse those cells. So it's a very, very cleansing way to start your morning. Okay, so that's number one, just getting that fresh, warm water in the morning with a little bit of lemon. Some people, now my husband can just drink lemon just like that. It aggravates my esophagus. So there are some of you who, those soft tissues like me, it's going to aggravate that esophagus. So how am I going to get lemons in internally? I use something called an empty veggie cap. It's sold by doTERRA. They're about $4 or $5. You'll find, once you become a member, for those of you who are already members, you can get these in your back office. If you're not a member yet, I know, again, hold on till tomorrow. But it looks like this. It's just $4 or $5. You get 60 of them. No, you get more than that, 160. and you're going to drip your oils right into this empty veggie cap and then swallow it. My son can't swallow this large, so I have to special order him smaller empty vegetable caps. But for most people, we can get this down, and you want to swallow it pretty quickly because those oils will start to kind of dissolve that right away. All right, so if I had lemon, let's talk about lemon. If I had lemon here and I put it on some styrofoam, it would actually start to disintegrate the styrofoam. And so what lemon does is it's kind of scours, it cleans, it's a cleaner. You can use it on the mold in your shower. You can use it on the mold in your shower, and it's so safe that you can take it internally. I mentioned yesterday, how do you know which ones you can take internally? Well, they will have a food label, FDA approved for internal consumption. There is a book that I like called Modern Essentials. I will, on another video, I'll show you that book. You don't have to know oils like I do. I've been doing this for many, many years. So you get out the book and you look up your ailment, and it'll tell you what oils to take and how to take them topically or internally. Do you need to put the oil, or aromatically, do you need to put the oil in a carrier oil with capsule in the oil? With this, Lisa, you don't. You don't need a carrier oil. When you're applying to the skin, so let's say I was gonna put some oil on my spine, right? Or anywhere, on my abdomen, if I have an upset stomach, on my breast. We have breast health protocols, you know, under the arms for lymphatic. You actually, I didn't bring a carrier oil down, but you wanna add a little coconut oil to that. These oils, like water, will start to evaporate once they hit the air. So when you add a little bit of the carrier oil, like coconut oil, then it will actually absorb in, it will stay on the skin, it will actually absorb into the skin, and it's actually more effective. You think, oh, I'm just gonna use it straight, but it's actually more effective when you use the coconut oil, okay, or a carrier oil. And I have different carrier oils. I'll show you guys that another day. All right, so that's level 1. You can just drink it straight up, or you can drink it with some lemon. For those of you who want to add a little bit more immunity, now we spoke now to the butterflies, now we're speaking to the peacocks. So peacocks, some of the edible oils that you have that are really wildly protective that you get in your kit when you order the top 10, you're going to have lemon, you're going to have frankincense, and you're going to have melaleuca. You're going to have 10 of them, but those are the 3 that I would suggest, and On Guard. And not that you're gonna put all 4 of those into a veggie cap, I would suggest 2. Listen, these oils are really powerful. So when it comes to your immune system, less is more. The only time that I would be adding more oils to my program, my routine, my daily routine is if I had a challenge going on, right? So if I catch something that's going around, then I'm going to want to up it. And the rule of thumb is never more than 24 oils internally within 24 hours. That comes from Dr. Hill, who's our chief medical advisor at doTERRA. So I would again put these, and I will be releasing a video where I show you what I used to call my flu bomb, now I call it my super immunity bomb. And I'm going to give you other powerful things, but just, you know, occasionally, probably a couple times a week, or you could even do this once a day, you can add, okay, you peacocks, a couple drops of oil, and you can do this, even you lions can do this, of course, with your frankincense, your melaleuca. Okay, so frankincense is that oil that really, I mean, again, I was working with a lot of cancer patients. I really got into raw food. I was inspired by my friend Linda Zeller. I'm from Black Duck, Minnesota, who went through the Gerson Institute in Tijuana, Mexico about 30 years ago and healed her cancer. And so that, you know, after I graduated from nutrition school, I got in touch with her and picked her brain, and we've been good friends ever since. We still talk periodically. But I thought, you know what, if you can do that with when you have cancer, and she had stage 3 ovarian and colon, what can you do with the power of prevention? And so that's how I really got ferociously into all this research. Frankincense is an oil, and again, we can't make claims. I'm not going to ever say that essential oils heal or cure anything. But what we're doing is we're nourishing those cells on a cellular level. So the job of frankincense is what? Okay, the job of frankincense is cellular health. our cells die off. So if we were to come back here a year from now, about 97% of our cells have died, and we have replaced them. And what have we replaced them with? Well, hopefully we're nourishing the body. We're not giving the body junk food and Twinkies and things like that, because that's how you're going to get a sick body. So in order to maintain a robustly healthy body, we have to put healthy things in. So the job of frankincense is to encourage either that apoptosis or the healthy death of an unhealthy cell, or to encourage the health of that cell. The cellular integrity is the job of frankincense. This is why this sacred oil is so important. This is why they raided tombs to steal the frankincense, and they actually left the jewels, because this medicine was more important than the monetary, than the jewels. So these oils, the fact that we have access to this kind of plant therapy is absolutely incredible. All right, so that's level 2. And then to take it for you lions, I want to talk about the lion level. And again, lions, you could do any of that, the lemon, the frankincense, the peppermint, lemon, frankincense, On Guard, and Melaleuca. You could do any of those in combination. And I do want to talk about the 3rd level, but before I do that, and don't let me forget to do that, I do want to talk about supplementation. So, you know, I hear a lot of foodies, food gurus, people saying, you know what, you don't need a supplement, and here's the truth. The truth is that we don't rotate crops anymore. The truth is that unless you're buying from a biodynamic farm, which most people are not, we are not connecting with the earth. We are not rotating crops. We are not getting the proper minerals we need. And for example, magnesium, potassium, all of these trace minerals can create a deficiency. And if you have a deficiency, you know, like right over there in the corner is my light switches for my whole house. If I turn one of those off, they don't have lights upstairs, and I probably don't hear either. It's like that. If you have a magnesium deficiency, you are sluggish, you don't feel your best, you need an afternoon nap, if you are mineral deficient. So doTERRA has put together, listen, if you're going to supplement, which you should, you need to get the highest quality supplement. doTERRA makes the highest quality supplement that you can get without a prescription. Okay, so the highest quality functional medicine supplement you can get without a prescription. Well, what does that mean? It's whole food, wild crafted, and it's 3 parts. So it comes in a box like this. This is a new, shoot. It comes 2 ways. It actually comes with 3 bottles. I thought I grabbed my box with bottles. I did not. I grabbed my travel packs. So these come like this. If I had the bottles, it comes in a bottle that looks like this. And you get your vitamin and mineral complex. That's super important. I used to have to add liquid minerals to my water just to achieve the mineral content that I needed for the day. doTERRA put it in 1. The second piece is an antioxidant blend. Now, hang with me for a second because I'm going to explain a couple things. Antioxidants. About 7 or 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. They told me that it was incurable. I remember taking a shower and I was like, oh, I'm so thirsty. I just drank a quart of water. How could I literally be so thirsty? And where did those lumps come from? So I had way overactive thyroid. I had my blood test done. It was confirmed in a sonogram. I went to see Dr. Bruce Rind, who's one of my favorite holistic doctors in the Maryland area. And he said to me, Lisa, if I had caught this sooner, I could work with you, but your numbers are so off the charts, you need to go see a conventional doctor. So I did. And in that month period of time, right, they said to me this: we either need to remove your thyroid or give you radioactive iodine, which, by the way, a side effect is cancer. And in that month period of time where I was waiting for my treatment, I did a lot of tapping, did a lot of intuitive work, and all the doctors I needed for my personal healing came into my life. I found Dr. Berkson of New Mexico, and I found Dr. George Wong of New York City. So what did I do? I started Chinese herbs. I did alpha-lipoic acid. I did low-dose naltrexone. I also studied some of, his name's escaping me, he was interviewed by David Wolf, and I'll get it for you. But anyway, he does ashwagandha and astragalus root protocols. So I did those 5 things. I did Chinese herbs, I did ashwagandha, astragalus, I did alpha lipoic acid, and low-dose naltrexone. Okay, I'm bringing this up to you because when I looked at the doTERRA supplements, these same things were in our supplements. You guys, I still have my thyroid. I never have been on a thyroid med, ever. I didn't have radioactive iodine, and they did not remove my thyroid. Everything, the answers are here. We just have to go seeking the answers. So that's number 1, number 2, and then the third one is omega-3 fatty acids. So if you're that person that walks into a room and you're like, why did I walk into this room? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? You probably need more brain food. Okay, you probably need omega-3 fatty acids. So doTERRA makes 2 different kinds. They make a vegan version, which is all sea vegetables, and they also make a land and sea. And then they did something that no other company did. They paired it with 9 essential oils. This is your brain food. Essential oils have the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. Essential oils, when you couple them with your omega-3 fatty acids, again, this is your brain food. So many of us are experiencing cognitive loss because we have all these EMFs around us all the time. I use my computer a lot. I'm using it right now. So we have to take care of our brain health. Even if people don't do oils, if I can get people on these vitamins, and I don't mean cheap vitamins that are going to go right through you, I don't mean synthetic vitamins, I mean these vitamins. Here's what it goes after. It goes after inflammation, and it goes after inflammation and your cognitive memory. So who doesn't need, and energy as well. So it goes after energy. So if you're that person, I used to have to take naps all the time. If you're that person, then you probably need to try out the Lifelong Vitality. Okay, that's the Lifelong Vitality. All right, so now we're going to go back to level 3 that I was talking about with the lion. So when you're a lion, there's a couple things that I want to talk about. I want to share a little story with you. It was almost a year. It was a year ago. It was in November, a year ago, and I had gone down to Florida, Stuart, Florida. I found a chiropractor down there that I'd gone to see because I'd been experiencing some lower back pain, and he actually did it with frequency. It was the coolest thing ever. I went live and I did it there. And you guys, when I got back from the chiropractor that night, I fell down the stairs. I was rushing around trying to do my laundry. I slipped on a sock or something, and I went up. So here's my body, like this is the edge of my stair. I went up, and I fell right there on my kidney. I got to the bottom. I couldn't move. My kids screamed down the stairs, "Mom, what oils do you need?" They came rushing with oils. I said frankincense and deep blue. So they rubbed me. I literally laid at the bottom of my stairs for an hour. I crawled up the stairs, and I did not leave my bedroom for 6 days. It was all I could do to move from this side to that side. I didn't take pain pills, you guys. You want to know what I did? I took anti-inflammatories. I took doTERRA's turmeric. Now, here is something that you need to know. They make a turmeric root oil, right? And then this is their capsule. So it's turmeric, okay? And it's the root in combination with the oil. Now, I've been studying turmeric root for a long time. I've been using this in my diet for a long time because it's highly anti-inflammatory. And when we look at Ayurvedic medicine, when we couple it with black pepper, that's how it's activated. So this is why it's so good with cooking, because you can put a little, and the ratio, the medicinal ratio is turmeric root to 1/15 black pepper. All right, so here's what doTERRA did. They did their own clinical studies, and they found out that the same chemical compound found in that black pepper is found in turmeric essential oil. So they put it in a dual capsule, and they did medical studies on it. This is what I love, is that, we know the oils work. And I'm talking about doTERRA's oils. I'm not talking about synthetic, something you pluck off of a shelf, something filled with chemicals, pesticides, other ingredients, because you cannot put frankincense perfume on your body and expect a therapeutic result. It's not going to happen, okay? So what we started doing, which is really cool, is doing medical studies, because this is what the world wants to see. This is the world we've been living in. Okay, well, it worked. My shoulder feels better. My brain is working again, but I don't know why. Okay, so we're doing the medical study. So here's the bottom line on this. This turmeric is 11 times more effective in clinical studies than any other turmeric you can take on the market because of the oil in there. So I took this. I was taking two every couple of hours because of the anti-inflammatory, and then you amplify that times 11 and it's powerful. The second thing I did, I want to introduce you guys to Copaiba. Take a deep breath. It's a lot of information. I talk really fast, okay? I fire hose you, but you like it. You like it because you're like me, you're geeks like me. Copaiba, so CBD, right? Everybody's very well aware of the hemp plant, the medicinal benefits of the hemp plant. Did you know that historically in our country, when our country was founded, by law, if you had a farm, you were legally required to grow hemp, and then they made it illegal, right? So then this plant that we've been connected to for so many years, we're now disconnected to. And here is the deal with this. You guys need to know this. We have these systems in our body, right? We have the vascular system, right? So we've got the heart that pumps the blood. We've got the vascular system. We have the lymphatic system. We have no pump for that. So this is why we have to run. We have to do the rebounder. We have to move our body so we get the vascular system going. Otherwise, you're going to have all kinds of inflammation. You know, you got the lymph nodes in the groin, and then the armpits, and in the neck, and the shoulder, the collarbone. And if you don't move your body, you're going to get inflammation problems and blood flow problems. All right, so we have this other system that hardly ever gets talked about, and it's called the endocannabinoid system. Endocannabinoid, so cool, right? What does the endocannabinoid system do? Well, we've got these receptors, and they are ready for the CBD plant, the hemp plant. Okay, and then there's controversy. Does CBD work alone? Do you need some THC to make the CBD work? It's legal in Massachusetts, just above me. It's legal in Colorado. It's legal in California. In Connecticut, where I live, you can get somebody to write you a prescription, and so you can get some access to CBD for different things, CBD and THC. Okay, but doTERRA didn't want to go into that category because it's controversial. So here's what they did. They actually researched other plants that nourish your endocannabinoid system without any mood-altering effects. And Copaiba. Copaiba's it. Copaiba, they came out with a couple years ago. You guys, it's so powerful, it's crazy. So my people who have joint and inflammation issues, have them put the deep blue and the peppermint right on there. Is going to get after the pain, but Copaiba is really going to get after the root cause. You can take it internally. So my athletes are taking Copaiba. You can take it before your workout. You can take it after your workout. When I fell down the stairs, again, every couple of hours, I was taking a couple Copaiba. And I'll show, this is my chill record. Copaiba's over here. Copaiba. It looks like this. It's just literally the oil of the Copaiba in there. So you lions may want to jump in and start trying some of this. Is anybody aging out there? Anybody at all? So, our joints don't work as well as they used to. Our muscles, our joints are, so we need to nourish them. Copaiba, they found, was really powerful when it came to the central nervous system. One of the most powerful videos that I saw was a woman who had her nerve damage, and she'd been in a car accident, and she had tried everything. Of course, when you go through something like that, you try everything, don't you? And she couldn't open her hand like this. And after 3 days, she had the ability to open her hand again. Unbelievable. Okay, so for you lions again, head this stuff off. Don't wait till you fall down the stairs. Get on the turmeric, get on the Copaiba. You can take those empty veggie caps. Make sure, through this whole thing, you guys, and I'll probably do like a video on how I really feel. I'm not going to say the word about what we're going through because I don't want any of my videos to be flagged. But I'm not afraid. Okay, I'm never afraid. I don't live in fear. I don't live in fear of cancer. Whoops, I shouldn't have even said that word. I don't live in fear of the things that we're going through right now because I have these things in place. So that's what's so empowering and uplifting. I don't want you guys to live in fear. I want you to put these things in place so that you can move through the world confidently. Okay. I mean, I can like hardly resist saying it. I'll just say it. Like the latest CDC study found that 85% of the people that are getting diagnosed with this are the people wearing the mask, because when you put that Petri dish on your face and then you breathe that, you're supposed to be expelling these toxins, not just keeping it right there. So, okay, I said one piece. I'll go deeper into it later and talk about real numbers and real facts. But the bottom line is that we walk through a world of stuff, and we don't need to live in fear of somebody sneezing or coughing on us. We need to live in power, in a really, really powerful place. And so that's why just implementing these things, maybe you are in fear, and that's okay, but implementing these things is going to help take you and lift you right out of that fear. Okay? All right, so I want to get to a couple questions that people were putting in the comments, and I copied them. I was reading them as I was going to bed last night, and I was copying them. All right, so somebody says, does your body go through an adjustment period with essential oils? There's 4 you know what, I'm going to come back to that one. Okay, what tea do you like? I've tried so many that don't taste good. Okay, you guys were asking, and I still have another cup right here, what tea I started drinking. I have several teas, but the one that I started drinking in the morning, my stomach, it was happening last summer. I couldn't figure out what was happening. Okay, I have been a coffee drinker for many years, ever since I went to David Wolf's event in California and saw Dave Asprey present bulletproof coffee, mold-free coffee. I have been a raving fan of bulletproof, mold-free coffee, okay? And I've been doing that every year for 10 years. And recently, my stomach just couldn't, I didn't know it was coffee. I was hoping it wasn't the coffee because I loved it. But my stomach just couldn't tolerate it, just was like, I'm done. I can't do it. Now, do I think coffee's good? Well, I don't know. Depends on who you are. Bio-individuality, meeting people where you're at. Does it have some antioxidants? Of course it does. If you get mold in your coffee, of course that's crap. Like, don't do that. But if you get a really good, mold-free, organic coffee, then it probably has some antioxidants if you can tolerate it. I just got to the point where I couldn't. I was literally eating Digestion every day, and we'll go into what you do for digestive issues another day. But I couldn't do it anymore. So I have 2 kinds of mushroom and herbal. I didn't bring it down here. Maybe I'll make one. I'll do a 2-minute video and I'll make it for you guys. But one is called Rasa, R-A-S-A, and that's an herbal blend. And I put it in I'll have to make it because if you just tried it, I don't know if that everybody would like it, but I put it in a French press, and then I have a steamer, a frother, and I put my nut milks in there and I get that all frothy, so I have a latte. I think, you guys, I might like it better than coffee. So if you're a coffee lover and you're like, just please don't ask me to give up my coffee, then we have some things that you can do. The other one is by my friend Romania Dean, and he owns a company called 3 Immortals. He's presented several times at the Rockford Institute. A lot of you guys on here know Romania, and so I like 3 Immortals. That's another one that he has that I like too. So that one is something that I just had a couple friends over yesterday, and we had that one, the 3 Immortals. So there's a couple. Like I said, it's probably easier if I just do a video on it and I show you how to do it so that you can just get the stuff and do it yourself. Okay, so that's coffee. All right, or that's the tea question that you guys were asking. All right, so next one, need to work on pain and digestion. All right, so I'm gonna defer this question to when I go through the top 10 oils for you peacocks out there that are newer to oils, or for those of you who need a refresher. You guys, I see like lots of likes, like, yes, please, pain and digestion, please do that. Dandy Blend, yes, so Dandelion is also really good, so thank you. I lost who said that, but because the comments are kind of going up. But Dandelion also really, really good too. So Dandelion good, yes. All right, I'm gonna get to this last question. If you guys have any questions up there, I'll try to keep my eye up there and see what we're asking. But this is two parts. Does your body go through an adjustment with oils, and are essential oils safe? So let's go there. First of all, essential oils are really powerful, okay? Really powerful. So less is more. I mentioned yesterday that 1 drop of peppermint oil is 27 cups of peppermint tea. So when you put a little I didn't bring peppermint down here, but if I had some peppermint, if I put a little bit in my mouth, well, the first time people do that, they go, woo! It's just like their whole world opens up. Their crown chakra just goes shooting off the top of their head. So peppermint is really big. Sorry, I'm reading comments and talking at the same time. All right, so back to us. Are essential oils safe? All right, let's talk safety. We are now, doTERRA is now the largest essential oil company in the world. And they keep track of every single complaint. And by the way, if you had a reaction, like let's say you put, I don't know, Melaleuca on you, and you, uniquely you, because you're uniquely you, broke out, then you would send that comment or question to products@doterra.com, okay? And somebody from corporate, usually within a few days, is going to message you back. And so when it comes to essential oils, less is more. So they keep track of every single complaint that comes in. Of all the millions and millions and millions of bottles sold, how many in a percentage do you think that we've gotten a complaint off of? The answer is 0.06. And of those complaints, well, before I go there, let's go to pharmaceuticals. How many people died last year from taking pharmaceutical drugs internally? No. How many people died last year from taking pharmaceutical drugs as prescribed by their physician? 150,000. How many people died last year from taking essential oils internally? 0. Now, there are some safety things that you need to know, right? I know Beth is on the call, and she had a client that at one point she had one of those water bottles, right? Glass water bottles. And Slim and Sassy is a great oil. It's going to help curb your appetite. It's going to clean your cells. It can help lower blood sugar. It's such a great oil if you want to lose weight and you want to just, kind of take it back a little bit. But instead of putting a drop or 2 in her water, she put in 25 drops, you guys. Now, if you took 25 times the recommended dose of a prescription, what could happen? Yeah, you could die. She had diarrhea, okay? Stinks. But nobody told her to put 25 drops in. So I'm saying right now, less is more. Get the book Modern Essentials. Keep it by your bed, right? The front of the book goes through every oil. So if you, for example, if you end up becoming a member and you end up joining the Oil of the Month Club, which means if you spend $125 before the 15th of the month, you get a free oil every month. It's a great way to build a free collection of oils and try things that you might not try before. That's how I tried my first juniper berry, which is great for nourishing the kidneys. That's how I tried my first cedarwood, which is great sleep oil. So you can get, oh gosh. I'm seriously, you guys, I'm trying to read and talk. I shouldn't do that. I should open up my computer and look at the comments because I get off track. So when it comes to safety, again, less is more, okay? Less is more. All right. Have I not answered any safety questions? I'm going to get into purity and potency. Some of you guys were asking me about other brands. I started with another brand. I get really radically excited about science. So I'm going to just kind of do like its own little video for science and let you guys watch that. So purity and potency is absolutely where it's at. So tomorrow will be, I'm going to pull up the Facebook page so that I can look at some of your comments because I can't see them on the phone. They're doing this. Wonder if I'll see myself live here. I can see myself on my phone. I don't know if I'll be able to. No, I can't see myself. I can't see myself live on my computer. That's weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I tried the best I could to kind of keep an eye on comments, but what I'll do is I'll go through this and I'll put them in our live tomorrow so that I make sure that as we're going through this, I'll answer the questions you have. I'll probably do a separate 2-minute little video on how to make my teas, my medicinal mushroom and herbal tea. And what's going to happen when you guys start drinking that is you're not going to get that that like caffeine buzz kind of thing. You're going to get just this clean energy. I was scared to go off of coffee, right? I have a lot of work to do. I have things to get done. And a friend of mine actually gave me the rasa. Irina gave me the rasa, and I honestly didn't. I was like, oh, she didn't like it. I don't think I'll like it. She gave it to me because she didn't want it. And my husband said, no, let's just try it. And I'm so glad that he did. He made me a cup instead of my morning coffee, and I was a little bit grumpy about it. I was like, well, that was nice of him to make coffee, but I'm still a little bit grumpy about it. So I drank the rasa, and it's now been 5 or 6 months since I've had my coffee. So it's totally possible. All right, you guys, thanks for hopping onto that. I'm gonna pick up the questions, roll them over to tomorrow's live. Hop in to start making those green juice. And if any of you wanna buy essential oils, I'll run through that tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic last day of the month, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, live at noon every day during this. Okay, bye everyone.